of the unit, command of the unit to accomplish any mission.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Major De La Peña has done an outstanding job, and we are happy that the lessons she acquired while in command will serve her in many ways. Ernestina, I salute you on a job well done, and you can transition knowing that you have made an indelible imprint on your soldiers, your unit, and our Army. Such is the case with the incoming Ansbach Military Treatment Facility Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Amelia Duran Stanton, as she assumes the mantle of leadership. I charge you to lead from the front, give more than you get, take good care of these soldiers, civilians, and their families, because people matter, and I promise you, they will exceed all your expectations. I look forward to watching you and your military treatment facility excel. Welcome to the Fortress team. Army Medicine is Army Strong. Thank you.
What a beautiful day. Guten Tag. Good afternoon, Colonel Caratini, Command Sergeant Major Bouillère, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Ansbach Clinic soldiers standing in formation before you, Chaplain Lethelp for the invocation, and the whole staff who made this ceremony possible. Thank you all for taking the time to attend today's Assumption of Command ceremony. So Team Ansbach, as we look into the future, I envision our organization to provide the best for our Ansbach community. We will provide this through what I call the 3 C's: care, commit, and connect. Care for ourselves, each other, and the community. Commit to excellence in providing this care, and connect with each other and our host partners along the way. And finally, the fine print: all rules, regulations, and procedures remain in effect. Army Medicine is Army Strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony.
Po sekcích 100 metrů přískoky vpřed! Alfa kryje, bravo vpřed! Rozumím? Hotovo! Sebím!
Pojď! Vydrž ještě kousek, pojď! Pojď, dáme to! Nevzdávej to, pojď! Tady slehni.
Kontakt! První hodina! 24!
Tomen!
Raněný! Levá horní paže!
Vestu?
Tak seš na tom, nemotá se ti hlava?
V pohodě. Dobrý dýchání, dobrý?
Závada!
Tady ta raněná, takže si na druhou stranu. Dobře, podívám se ti na břicho, jo? Vyčeštěn ti hrudník. Dobrý. Dobrý. Bok máme dobrý. Na hrudník, jo? Tak, první se podívám na jeden bok. Tak, bok je dobrý.
Mám.
Si tě přebere, neboj se.
Mám.
Si tě přebere, neboj se. Zbyňo! No, bolí. Dobrý, teď říká ti to tady.
Jo. Kontakt! První hodina! 24! Kontakt! Dále pomoc! Mám.
Si tě přebere, neboj se. Bolí. Dobrý, teď říká ti to tady.
Jo. Kontakt! První hodina! 24! Kontakt!
Line 2, Quebec Lima 26, line 3, Alpha 4,
Jo, mám. Rozumím.
4, 2, 0, 0, 0, 6, 7, 5, 0, 0, line 2, Quebec Lima 26, line 3, Alpha 4,
Pojď. Tak. Teď se posaď.
A zále tady jednoho chodícího.
The system consists of sensors that we put on soldier's body that monitor his or her heartbeat, breath rate, and so on and so forth, some other parameters, but also a software part which shows where the soldier is and how heavily wounded he or she is. We're also planning on adding an artificial intelligence capability that will calculate mortality likelihood score, which basically shows immediately whether a wounded soldier is likely to die. The origins of this project go back to NATO ACT Innovation Hub, which came up with NATO issues to solve. It was a broad idea where students from Johns Hopkins University were asked to think about how modern technologies such as artificial intelligence can help field medics. And very soon they got to a point where they realized that triage is one of these things that technology can help, and they started thinking about a digital triage assistant.
This system is very useful for the military because you have the information about the patient as soon as possible, and you have the chance to make better decisions. The life for the regular soldiers and also for the medics will be easier because the soldiers know that they will be, let's say, under the protection of the medical service.
Well, it's a legacy term, phase one of a readiness exercise. So there's 3 phases that over the next few weeks we'll test, and that's generate, employ, and sustain. Phase one is the generate piece, where we take and we get personnel and equipment out of town to go on a deployment. Everybody needs to have confidence that everybody around them knows what to do. And if we don't all know what to do and how to prepare and how to react in those situations, you know, the consequences are pretty grave, honestly. So it's better to test it now than when it actually comes down and then we fail operationally.
We're going to be processing a lot of passengers, a lot of cargo in accordance with the installation deployment plan, and make sure that the deployment machine itself runs very efficiently. PDF line's run by the FSS, your medical folks are there, and then whoever else, you know, the deployment control center designates. Normally people come in, they go in a line and they have about 20 different stations. This one's different because what they're doing is they're trying an expedited processing to where people can come in, hit just a very limited number of stations, and then go out the door on the other end. Pallet building happens down the units. It starts with the pallets and the rolling stock. All that has to be prepped down the units. They have to weigh everything and inventory everything. Once all that stuff's done, and then they have accurate weights, measures, their shipper's decks are filled out, they have something hazardous like a lead acid battery, fuel on board, lithium batteries, ammo, things like that. All that has to be accounted for, along with sensitive items. They have very stringent timing for that. Grissom has got a really good history about doing cargo and packs processing, and when the wing got called up for 9/11 that night, we hadn't been processing cargo packs yet. And we had the call that we were leaving tomorrow from Grissom. No one in the wing, no one in the history of the Air Force Reserve had ever done that before. You know, we made history with that as far as the cargo stuff, and we've always done that really well. So we want to keep that, you know, that sharp end of the sword going, make sure we can do it and do it at a moment's notice.